Hello, hello. How's it going? How are you guys doing? Where's my knife? Can't find my knife. How's everyone doing today? Hi. Chicken? Yeah, chicken today. Could you streaming help? Is the title offering streaming advice? No, I'm joking, What's your problem? I'll help if I can. Boop. Right, so today, oh gosh, this recipe, I'm following one of the recipes, but there was like 3 different ways to make this, and I've gone with this one. Okay. So I'm kind of like, I don't know how do I put this. The other ones looked okay as well, like the other forms of doing this recipe, but this is the one that I initially picked, and I thought I'm going to stick with it. But yeah, there was one from Mary Berry, which was like a lot going on, very involved. Whereas this one is, I think, slightly simpler. But I'm making my own side. So we're doing Tuscan Chicken today, which is like a creamy, cheesy sauce that we are going to be cooking with our chicken. And on the side, I'm going to be doing some baby potatoes, like small potatoes. I'm going to put them in the air fryer. I'm going to put some seasoning, some rosemary, a bit of oil, and air fry them, and hopefully they come out nice and crispy. Oh. You think the day was normal? Normal days are okay. We all need normal days sometimes. Yeah, my day was okay. I started very early. I woke up at like 7. And this morning I kicked it off with going to the shops. And it was absolutely pouring with snow today. We had a massive amount of snow. So I went to the shops and got all my shopping that I need for the week and for today's cooking session. Then I came back and I hoovered the house. I cleaned my bathroom. Then I spoke to my parents. And this was all before like 9 o'clock. And then after that, I watched a few of my TV programs, and then I've been working on some videos and stuff. I want to remove this layer. I may have... it'll be fine. So I did release a new video today. It's just a little trading video. If anyone's interested in that sort of thing. Oh my gosh, I've messed this up big time, guys. So slippery on the outside, these onions. Yeah, little trading video, if you're interested in that kind of thing. But I've also been working on some other stuff as well, which I'm hoping. I might have to take a day off next week from streaming, that is. Take a day off, catch up on some sleep, but then also work on videos so that I can get up to a point where, you know, I can I guess report's the right word. Like report on the goings on and stuff that's happening right now, and not the stuff that's, you know, that I'm trying to catch up on. Does that make sense? Because at the moment I feel like I'm trying to catch up with things, and it's meaning that I'm not putting many videos out, and I'd like to be putting out like more than this. Anyway, let's focus on the cooking. Yeah, so like I said, creamy Tuscan chicken is the name of this recipe. This was an American recipe, and this was the first one that came. This was from a website, it's called like Delish, I think. This was the website I was looking at when I was looking at recipes on the way home a couple of weeks ago. But then since then, I found a Mary Berry recipe. And that one seemed a little bit different. Same kind of premise, but it added more things and it seemed a little bit like heavier. So I thought I'd do this one, and then if I feel like it needs changing, then obviously I can change that for next time. Oh my gosh, I can't read. Wait, if I put my hand there, then I can read chat. Hi, Nim. Hi, Ernest. I was going to say Hugh there for a second. I was going to talk to Hugh the other day because he was playing way long. Hi, Ernest. How you doing, man? Hi, Karik. How's everyone doing? You could do it Sunday and start later on Monday. Talk about day off. I'm thinking either Tuesday or Wednesday next week. Because I do want to play DBD tomorrow. Not tomorrow, Saturday. Because tomorrow we play Ishin, and I'm looking forward to finishing that game. And then Saturday, DBD's got like double pointages at the moment for the battle pass, and I really need to like finish the battle pass. And then Sunday, I'm looking forward to playing some Apex with the boys, do some ranked, because I'm like nearly plat 3 now, and I'm feeling if we actually keep grinding, I might be able to get diamond within a couple of weeks. Because I have kind of like slowed down this week in playing that. So next week, like I won't have any games on the go, so to speak, other than Wolong, which there has been a major patch, and I will see whether or not I want to play that on stream or keep that to a game like off stream kind of thing. Because there'll be some like side missions and grindy bits, you know. But yeah. So it might be a good opportunity for me to like stream that one day perhaps, and then another day take off, work on some videos, and you know, catch up with some sleep, because I've not been sleeping well. I didn't sleep well for like a month and a half, right? Like February, end of January. And then I think it all caught up with me, and then I started feeling a lot better. And now I'm kind of, I don't know, I'm going to bed, but I'm not sleeping like all the way through. So, oh no, that was it. I was sleeping badly, and then I was sleeping like short, solid bursts where I wasn't waking up, but I was having terrifying nightmares. You remember? And I'd wake up in like a cold sweat, like absolutely shitting bricks. So yeah, I don't know. But all is good. All is good. We're chopping some tomatoes. I'm just wondering here, because it says I need like a shit ton of cherry tomatoes. And the other one had less cherry tomatoes, but that one added tomato puree and had red peppers. This is the thing. This is the difference. The other one seemed more like a stew risotto kind of deal, because it was having white wine in there, which, you know, you do that with a risotto or like a stew kind of thing. It had red peppers. It had like, you know, it had like a lot more like mass to it, I guess that's what I'm trying to say. But yeah. You're doing very fine today. Glad to hear it. Glad to hear it. Oh my god, I need to find a better place for this camera because I can't read. You two guys looking forward to Apex? You want Twisted this Sunday, or you want me back in? It depends who's available, I guess. If Twisted is available, it would be nice to play with him, because I've played with him like once this season, and that was last week. But we haven't played in the evenings, as in like you and me, for a while either. And I've been meaning to like... Just no time. We were talking about this literally like earlier on, right? It's no time. I think that's enough cherry tomatoes. Is it enough cherry tomatoes? How much is in a cup? That's like 250, right? And this is 1.5 cups. So 1.5 cups would be like, so that's like literally the entire tub. So I'm going to do the entire tub. It says the entire tub. I'm going to follow the instructions, following the recipes. But yeah, I don't know who's available. So if Twisted's free, I'll see. He has been ill / playing Octopath Traveler. But we can mix and match. But we should do like an evening session at some point.
play some more. Because I haven't played since Sunday, I don't think. Well, I mean, I played a little bit today to do dailies and things, but I don't think I don't want to fall off, you know. Right, that's a lot of tomatoes. Tomatoes. Cherry tomatoes. We need to chop some potatoes as well. The light bulb really be haunting. So this is the new light bulb for our new extractor fan. So the extractor fan has been replaced, and yeah, we'll give it a good run out today. You know why? But that knife looks really blunt. No, it's sharp. Trust me. Cloudy sharpens all of our knives. He's got this thingy which he goes like a knife sharpener. The only other thing I need to do is sort out the potatoes. The babby taters. So I didn't really know what to do for a side for this, and a lot of it was like, oh hey, like do some rice, and I'm like, honestly, like give me something different, you know. And I thought, well, I've got some potatoes left over from, when did I use potatoes last week? Haha. When we did the steak au poivre soup. So I thought, you know what? Why don't I take some, kind of like slice them up, bit of oil, bit of seasoning, you know, bit of rosemary, put them in the air fryer, get some nice crispy potatoes on the side. I think that'd be nice. And I've got lots of different recipes. There's the bobotie. I can't remember how it's pronounced. Bobotie. I'm going to try that at some point. Yeah, there's quite a few things I want to try. I want to do the chicken sriracha again, but I want to do it with like everything. So I do the sriracha chicken with the egg fried rice and the spring rolls. Like have a proper, like full-on Chinese meal, you know. That's gonna be an interesting one. It's like everything that I've done, and I can do it all. Like I don't have a problem with it. It's just doing it all at the same time is going to be a bit daunting. The pressure to get it all done and warm. Hi, Carrie. That's a lot of onion. It's a lot of onion. Too high elo. Pretty sure you said you were in gold last time I checked. Can we have a fact check on this? We love a bobotie around here. Yeah, you were the one who suggested it to me, Muzza. So I was looking up some recipes, man. And yeah, I found one. So I'm definitely going to try it. And I was explaining it to Cloudy the other day. I was like, I'm going to be trying this in the future. I like to do different things. So I don't like to do chicken week after week. So last week we did steak, right? Which is beef. This week we're doing chicken. Next week, maybe I'll do the bobotie. What other recipes did I have? I think so maybe next week I'll do that. I don't know if I'm saying it right, bobotie. But I'll do it, maybe do it next week, and then the week after, maybe I'll do the sriracha chicken. Hi, sweet. It's a big lack of both chicken and Tuscany. Shit. So you can judge me. Just don't do a sea lasagna to it. Like, I can't promise anything, man. I'll do my best. Ugh. I cannot promise I will not fumble. No. I'm excited. It's not something I'd ever considered before, and it's always interesting doing different things. I want to do a pork dish on stream at some point. Haven't done one in a while. I'm going to do chili verde, maybe next week, but not on stream. But if I do that, I will if I do that, I will I'll send you guys a picture or something, show you guys what I've done, because that is a slow cook kind of deal, and because of that, can't really do it on stream. When it's like, I'd have to start at 4 p.m.
and then I'd just be kind of, stuff would be in the oven for ages. You know what I mean? Ah, runaway potato. That's always the downside with the slow cook stuff, because I'd like to do more stuff. I did a slow cook lamb kind of casserole sort of thing. Oh, it was amazing. It was really tasty. Did it with some dumplings, parmesan dumplings. It was very tasty. But obviously it takes like 2-3 hours in the oven. And I can't really, like, maybe I could couple it up with doing something a little bit more interesting on the stream, but it always seems a little bit, like, difficult to do that. You know what I mean? Because, yeah, I'd have to start at, like, what, like 3 o'clock in the afternoon, 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and then it would be me prepping and then putting something in the oven, and I'd have to do something else for 3 hours, and... yeah, I mean, you know what? With the way that it works at the moment, I could do that thing where you, like, force close OBS, and then it thinks your internet's gone down, and then I could just continue the stream from my PC, do a little gaming or something, do a little just chatting, and then come back to the kitchen when it's time. I don't know, maybe. Slow cook lamb? Yes. Hi, Denial. Carl Lussie. Please don't. Please, no. Let's not make this a thing. Okay. So, a lot of spinach has to go into this as well. I also need to prepare chicken, but I'm going to have to move the board. I have to move the boardage somewhere else. It's really awkward, actually. It's really awkward. I'm going to get this plate. I'm going to dry it up. And I'm going to get that ready for the chicken. So I need to season some chicken, which we have some seasoning here. And I'm going to have to put my spinach somewhere else. So I'm thinking out loud. I need a bowl. I say we season the potatoes now. I think. Let's season potatoes now. Ugh. Popeye eating Emma. You know what? Never ate spinach very much. Like growing up, like spinach was just, I don't know. Literally, I was like, oh yeah, spinach. That's the shit Popeye eats, right? But having it in some dishes, it's really good. It's healthy for you, right? But it's actually really tasty. I'm a big fan. Okay, what do I want on these potatoes? I'm going to put a little bit of olive oil. So I've got the potatoes in a bowl. You can't really see. So this is why I need like a freaking, what's the word? A GoPro. So we got our potatoes and we're just layering them with some oil. And then I'm going to put some things on them. We're going to put some salt. We're going to put some pepper. Black pepper. And then also, I'm tempted to do a little bit of paprika as well. Just a little bit. I think that might be good. ¿Dónde está mi paprika? That's cayenne pepper. We don't want that. And I'll blow people's head off with the potatoes. A little bit of paprika. I'm going to put some oregano on there. And then some rosemary. Rosemary on lamb potatoes. Oh my gosh. Next time you make roast potatoes, put a bit of rosemary on them. You will thank me. Okay. getting them all covered. Now they are all covered in a nice layer of the seasoning and whatnot. I'm going to put this over to the back. No, I'm not, because that's going to be in the way. I'm going to put this over here. I'm going to put this plate up my ass, because apparently I haven't got space for anything. I have to move the chopping board. I'm sorry, gang. I'll put the plate on the chopping board, perhaps. We need the chicken. You had rosemary and tea. Oh. Any tea I drink is like, I don't really drink tea. I'm a coffee drinker, but I have some tea, like maybe in the winter if I'm just like, I don't know. I will partake in the tea, you know? I'll partake. But yeah, it's not something I usually go for, so I'm not really an expert on like what kind of tea is good and things to add. I remember when I was in Amsterdam, we were at this, we were getting food at this like bagel place. My friend was like, "Oh, you have to try this tea." I was like, "What the fuck? How does this motherfucker know so much about tea? Like, what's going on here?" So what we're going to do is we're going to season these. I have this here. Come on. Oh, if I do it this way. There we go. Come on, we want a decent amount on here. So this is like garlic, onion granules, bit of paprika, salt, pepper, that kind of mixture. That's what we want. Before I flip them over, I'm going to go grab my pan. I really like. There's no space. No space. So we're going to put some oil in the pan. Some olive oil. And we're going to put the heat up. Get the pan going. And then I'm going to situate the chicken around the pan, not have one in the middle. Because then, yeah. I'm actually going to save washing my hands. I'm going to flip them over with a fork. Come on, chicken. Roll over. I'm going to need a fork and another utensil. There we go. Gotta spin it. So we're cooking these whole chicken breasts. Well, slicing them up, they are getting cooked entirely in the pan. Like this. I'm sure it would come up faster. There's literally seasoning everywhere, which is amazing. It's exactly how we want it. Everywhere. Okay, I'm gonna get you guys in position. You're flying. Holy shit, guys. You're falling in the toaster. Ah! This is just, holy shit, like not ideal. There we go. Perfect angle. How is the kettle tangled up? It's just chaos in here. It's chaos. Woo! My hands are freezing. They're cold. Okay. Let's get that oil heated up. And then we're gonna put these in. And these are quite big boys, big girls I should say. So they're gonna need a bit of time in the pan. They're gonna need a little bit of time in the pan. It's an emote? Oh yeah, there's a 7TV emote. So if you're seeing words in the chat and you're like, what the hell are these people talking about? They are probably 7TV emotes. So if you go to 7TV or Google it, you should be able to find it. And then you can see the multitude, the hundreds of emotes that have been added, which are all very good. You can hear the chicken sizzling now. Just giving this area a wipe down because we need everything in its place, you know what I mean? So basically you need to like sear this chicken, like cook it decently. Depending on who you ask, it needs to be like, so the recipe I'm following says 7 to 8 minutes. There's another recipe that says a few minutes per side, and you simmer it inside with the sauce for like quite a decent amount of time. But we're doing the other one, so we will follow the recipe as it has told us. I'm just wondering whether I keep this dish for everything. I think it's good enough for this. I think it works out. I'm actually going to put the extractor fan on. It's actually a lot quieter. Actually a lot quieter than the older one. Which is good. I smell the chicken cooking. He didn't beat the chicken? I don't need to beat the chicken, dude. We ain't about that. We're not out here beating up animals. I don't condone animal beatings. We didn't butterfly the chicken, so it'll need more time. We're not using time in this recipe, but thank you for the suggestion. I beat you. Yeah, but Sue's not an animal, is he? Hang on, I need to turn the light on, because I can't see shit. Oh, there we go. Yeah, the extractor fan, like, is, yeah. The light is not as good as the other one. Right, I guess I'll finish doing these. It's supposed to be golden brown. I just don't want shit to get burnt, and it's like, yeah. We're supposed to finish the cooking off in the pan, but then I also need to be aware of when I'm going to do the. For fuck's sake. When I'm going to do the potatoes, because the potatoes need 20 minutes. We just need to put them in the air fryer 20 minutes. We're good to go. Medium rare chicken. Yeah. It said 7 to 8 minutes. But that just sounds 8 minutes per side. I don't know. It sounds a lot. I don't want it to be burnt on one side, you know what I mean? But then again, I don't want to deviate. I'm back. You want it congratulations? We don't do that here. Congratulations would be, what, more than well done? So like... fucking cremated, I guess. My aunt, my godmother, she has her steak well done, which each to their own, I guess. I think that kind of defeats the purpose, because then it just kind of tastes like any other kind of meat, really. But then I guess most people don't, like, who have it well done, maybe don't order steak for that reason. I don't know. I'm not in their heads. Okay. A few more minutes and we flip. All the restaurant, you're leaving? Sir, you haven't paid your bill? Get back here. I want this. So we're going to flip these over. And it should be golden brown, right? If it's burnt, then it's smelling nice, but yeah, I'm just concerned. Let him cook. I won. Who is Bill and why'd you have to pay him? That's what you do. When you go to the restaurant, you pay Bill. There's always a man in the restaurant called Bill. Trust, men. Trust. Alright, after this we're going to leave the chicken to one side, and then, so we need like another 8 minutes on the other side. Which, let's flip, this is the moment of truth. Okay. Looks alright. Kind of happy with that. I feel like it might even need a little bit more, but that's actually looking kind of perfect, so maybe I should just trust the recipe. I'm going to press down, but these are going to be, I was about to say these are going to be juicy breasts, but you know what I mean. They're looking pretty good. So we've prepared everything else. We've got our spinach, we've got our onions, we've got our cherry tomatoes sliced up, we've got our potatoes. The potatoes need 20 minutes in the air fryer. Everything else doesn't need super long. So I think what I'm going to do, this is my weakness, is thinking. I think what I'm going to do is once the chicken's out, I'll prepare the potatoes. I'll prepare the potatoes, and then I'll start putting everything else into the pan, and then it should all come together at the right time. It puts me on a bit of a time limit, but I think that's what I need. And then if the chicken isn't fully done inside, I'll be a little bit concerned, but it should be fine. We will end up finishing it off in the pan with the sauce. That's the theory. A cooking theory. And yeah, this one is like I said, it's fairly simple. Like, we have this going on, and then the sauce is going to be kind of butter, oregano, tomatoes, obviously some seasoning, spinach, and then cream and parmesan. And that basically makes the sauce. Now the other recipes, some of them are like, oh yeah, an onion. Some of the other recipes are like, oh yeah, have some peppers in there, reduce some white wine, and those ones seem to be like a lot more going on, a lot more busy. Whereas I like this one, was quite simple, and then I can have the potatoes on the side. It's quite a nice little, neat little dish. We'll see how it turns out. Salmonella is fine. Don't worry about it. Yeah, it's fine. Nothing's killed me yet, Muzzer. Don't worry. I'm too powerful. I can't be stopped. Yeah, we had like massive snow today. Absolutely came down. I was like, ah! It's very heavy. And I was up at like 7 or something. And I was like, if I get out early, and to be fair, if I'd gone later, then I'd have been like trudging through ice. So, anyway, if you're interested in TF2, exclamation mark video, new video out. Just chatting about some trading stuff. Excuse me, that happened lately. I'm hoping to catch up with things. Exclamation mark cooking if you're interested in what I've been cooking lately. That one is updated up until last week. So if you're interested in how the steak soup turned out last week, you can check that out. I personally, this is my own personal, like, I guess, feeling. The soup was lovely. The taste was amazing. That really did surprise me, how there was that much taste in the actual soup itself. But with the potatoes, in like the size that they were, and the steak, it was just kind of like, you've got this really nice soup, and these massive chunks of like steak and potato. And I was like, huh. It just felt like it got in the way of the dish. I would have much liked the steak just like on its own, you know? Like separately almost. But yeah, it wasn't bad, it was lovely. And Cloudy was like, well, he liked it the way it was. He said. But I think if I was to do it again, I would either not add the steak, or I would have the steak and the potatoes cut much smaller. Much smaller. Because then it's a lot more manageable in the soup. You know what I mean? Because it almost felt like you needed a spoon and a fork. But that's the thing, we do the recipe as it says, and then work out how to improve afterwards. This chicken's looking tasty, it's smelling good already. Just thinking it needs a little bit longer inside. Move them slightly closer to the middle. Huddle them up this whole time, just so they get finished off there. I cook chicken so often you need a chicken emote. Do I cook it that often? I mean, last week I cooked steak. The week before I did cook chicken. The week before that I cooked salmon. Beyond that I can't remember. I guess chicken is one of the most versatile foods though, right? Like, I prefer chicken in curries and stuff like that over other meats. I feel like it's Yeah, it's versatile. There's a lot going on there. It's also cheap. I'm not gonna be, you know, I cook a lamb and it's like, oh, this is really nice. Except, like, you get 500 grams of mince. I don't know how much that costs actually off the top of my head, but 300 grams of lamb is more expensive, and it only comes in 300, so you have to buy like twice as much. It's crazy. You order pizza, you have? Nice. What pizza did you get? You missed steak and salmon then? Exclamation mark cooking. Take a look at the dishes I've been cooking lately. Do you ever do dishes with tofu? I've never cooked with tofu. I was tempted because my roommate was going through a let's try and be vegetarian for January thing. So I was like, cool, I'll cook some like vegetarian recipes. I did vegetarian enchiladas. I did sweet potato satay curry, which is a curry that has no meat in it. It's just, you know, satay, sweet potato, and spinach and veg and stuff like that. Macaroni cheese, lots of things like that. And I was tempted to try. I did a vegetarian fajitas, but I substituted, like I followed a recipe and it was like use beans. And my thought was like maybe tofu, but I don't think tofu really is a substitute for chicken in that way. So it's not something I've cooked with, but it's not something I would be against trying. I know there's some interesting dishes out there with it. It's fucking raw! I got it so cold in my kitchen that I can see my breath when I breathe out. You got fried chicken, potatoes, and salad. You're pretty much having similar to me. Chicken and potatoes. It's always January? It's always January in health. Yeah. People always want to go to the gym in January. People want to do, like, you know, dry January where they don't drink and stuff like that. And yeah. I think they made it 3 weeks, which is pretty good. Pretty good. I put baked beans in it? No, not baked beans. Like black beans. They kind of like mix the body of it, but yeah, I think this is cooked. I think this is ready. Looking nice and golden. I don't want to overcook it. I don't want it to be dry, but I also don't want to give anyone food poisoning, you know? So I'm going to just put it on this side for a little bit because it's a little bit lighter on this side, and then we can plate it up, leave it to one side, and then it gets added into the dish again later. So then it will get a little bit of extra cooking then, and then like reheat. I do need to move the spinach because I need to use the air fryer today. Am I gonna die? Maybe, I don't know. Maybe I am dead. I was saying this the other day, I could be a ghost. Like when I breathe out, it's that cold in my kitchen, in my like our living room / kitchen, like living area is just ridiculously cold in the winter, and it's also ridiculously hot in the summer. We have no temperature control here. But yeah, it's I can see my breath when I breathe out. Either that or I'm in the spirit realm. I don't know. You have your potatoes oven made. So what I've done is put a bit of oil, some seasoning, some rosemary, and I'm going to put them in the air fryer. Why does the color of their skin matter? They're just beans. I think they were mixed beans actually. I can't remember. I didn't do it on stream. So. You want to die in a Warrior of Sunlight suit just to say you made it? Bro, if you die and I have any say in the matter, I'm going to make sure you're buried in a Warrior of Sunlight suit. And at your funeral, we're all going to do the emote. Srood will be the what do you call it? The guy that like reads stuff. He's going to like read out freaking Dark Souls poems, and everyone's just going to be like, praise the sun. There's a lot of people who won't understand, but it'll be like, yeah, this is what Ernest would have wanted. Have you ever bought a few games at the same time, want to play all of them at once, and also all games too, and you just want to sync in virtual world, but you're doing nothing instead? Yes. Yes, I have been there. I think everyone's been there, right? Where sometimes you have
You have so much choice because there's a bunch of stuff going on, and you end up in a situation where you end up doing none of it. Sometimes I've sat there and been like, I want to play something, and then I don't know what to play. You know? We're going to leave the pan, by the way, and I'm going to just get all the bits that I need. Ow! Yeah, it's kind of like a choice thing, right? Kind of like a choice thing. Do I put the potatoes in now? Am I going to do this in 20 minutes? Let me look at the timings that it's suggesting. Yes, I'm going to do the potatoes now. Get this out of the way. Pull this out. Yeah, because there's been more than once where I've just sat there and been like, I want to play something, but I don't know what I want to play. And it's like, do I want to play a game with people? Do I want to, you know, do this, do that? And then you just end up sitting there doing nothing. And just kind of like, huh. Okay. Just, spooning the potatoes into the tray. With the handy dandy thingy. Little sleeve thing. Get these little, got these things on Amazon. They're like a $5. Got like 50 of these disposable sleeves, so I can put them in the dish for the air fryer, and then it means they don't need to be cleaned. Or the drawer doesn't need to be cleaned. It's amazing. One little potato to go in there. Okay. That bowl is done with now. I'm going to put this in slowly, gently. There we go, a little beep. No, it means we know we made it. 20 minutes, that's going down. 20 minutes. That's 200. Okay, there we go. Now we're on a time limit because we need to get everything else done. Block of butter. Here we go. Here we go. We are cooking. I was going to say gaming. We're not gaming. This isn't a gaming stream today. The chicken looks amazing, by the way. I have to credit the recipe. How'd you know it's an American recipe? Because that's how much butter you need. Okay. I bought a new block today. It doesn't seem like I'm going to need it. Okay, we're just going to put this around. And so we've got some of the chicken juices in there, which is nice. Right. We'll put the onions in. And we're going to let them soften up a little bit in the butter. Mix them around. And then we will add some garlic. And then we add the tomatoes. This chopping board is great, but the ridges mean it's hard to kind of just scoop things off with your knife. Yeah, the Mary Berry English recipe of this, the one that I only found today, after I bought all the ingredients for this version, the Mary Berry one had, it didn't have butter, it had oil at this stage, and it also, it also had, like I said, it had red peppers, it had, like, at one point you add some white wine to reduce it down, like a risotto almost, so that was interesting. Let's put the whole tub in. Hey, Scout Man. Should you get a reusable one, better eco footprint? Yeah, I mean, I didn't buy the air fryer. It was bought for me at Christmas by my parents, like really randomly. I'd mentioned it once, and they were like, here you go. And I was like, oh, damn, nice, thank you. So that was really nice of them.
So I just kind of like grabbed these, but since then people have been like, oh yeah, you can get reusable like silicone ones, which is really cool. I have a silicone like uh, like cooking dish thing that I use when I make brownies or like cakes and stuff. And I got one that's like a muffin tray as well. So if I make like cupcakes or muffins or something like that, it's like it's a really easy to clean one rather than a tray. Just adding in some garlic now. Oh, it smells amazing, but then it is just like garlic, butter, and onion at this point, so, you know. Air fryers are awful. I hate that you, like, honestly, you come and visit, I will cook something in the air fryer, it will change your life. It won't change your life. I had this debate when I was back in, actually turn the extractor fan up a little bit here because we're getting quite steamy. When I went to Reading, like Turbo Tabs was like, look, you guys gotta like sell it to me. And there was like half the table was like air fryers and half the table was like rice cookers. And he was like, which one should I buy? And everyone was like, oh, rice cooker will change your life. I don't think air fryer changes your life, but it's a really, like, it's a neat thing to have, and it is kind of cool because the potatoes and wedges and things that like I cook in there are just so like much better done. It's healthier because you use like so much less oil, but also you you get such a crispy, nice outcome. So yeah, we're just adding in the tomatoes. Now this seems like a ton of tomatoes. This was my concern before, but this is the amount of tomatoes that the recipe said I had to add. Which was like an entire tub's worth. They're better than average, yeah. You like air fryer, it's nice. Like if I'm cooking something, it's easier to do it in the air fryer. It's healthier than the oven, and it's quicker and cleaner. So, but that's just my opinion. Right, we're gonna put a little bit of salt on these potatoes and some pepper. So we need to cook these until they soften up a little bit. And then we need to start adding the spinach. And that's going to be awkward because spinach takes up so much space until it gets hot and wilts. But that first bit of like putting it in, you're just kind of like, oh my god, will you like shrink? Please. How is it healthier than oven? So I guess it depends on what you're cooking. But if you're cooking like you're telling me the air fried this potato? If you put it in the, let me start from the beginning. If you're putting roast potatoes into the oven, you're usually cooking them in like a lot of oil, and then it all soaks into the potatoes or parsnips or whatever it is you're cooking in there, right? If you're putting it into an air fryer, often you just spray them with oil if you've got like a spray thing, or what I do is I put a little bit of drizzle of oil in a bowl and then just get like a small coating. That is all the oil that it takes. So like the quantity of oil is a lot less, and therefore you only get like the oil cooked sort of on the outside. You get like a nice crispy exterior with a fluffy center rather than, you know, them being soaked up in oil and being a bit unhealthy that way. Does that make sense? I mean, legally, could I take an air fryer on a train? The outlets on there just say only laptops and mobiles, so or phones, whatever. A quarter of a cup would be like 75 grams, right? It's pretty much the whole packet, I think. Make it cheesy. We getting cheesy in here. We getting cheesy in here. You tried adding less oil when you put it in the oven? You can do that, yeah, but then things will get stuck. Don't talk to me like... Oh my god. Trust me. Just trust me. Do you trust me? Trust me. You got the last tomatoes in the UK? Yeah, honestly, there wasn't very many like actual big tomatoes. These are cherry tomatoes. There was some plum tomatoes and cherry, but big tomatoes? There were none. Is that like a thing at the moment? Honestly, UK's fucked. No food. We're gonna go hungry. XD. Is he coming from Spain? Oh, Brexit means Brexit, right? Oh, I see how it is. L plus sticky potatoes plus takes air fryer on train. Food, hi Jiden. Sweet, you haven't eaten my cooking, okay? I've not had a complaint about my cooking before. So, I feel if you were to come over, eat some food that I've cooked in an air fryer, you'd be like, you know what, CeeJaey? You are correct. And I'll be like, thanks, man. I'm glad you understand. Ah, I dropped spinach on the floor. So I'm going to put some spinach in the pan now. I'm going to wait for it to wilt. And then I'll add more. That's how we spinach. Ba -ba 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 -ba. Ah! An expert cuck. How can someone be an expert cuck? Surely being a cuck doesn't take too much brain power, right? I'm sure you won't complain, he says to me. You know what, that's a fair point. Yeah, just give him cheese and bread and be like, this is the best meal I've ever had. It's the most depressing spinach you've ever seen? What? What do you mean? It's literally like fresh spinach, dude. Yeah, spinach is amazing. Never ate spinach until I was like an adult, I guess. And then as an adult, it's like, hold a minute. You can put it in curries. You can put it in like risottos. You can put it in with pasta. It's good for you and it tastes nice. Sign me up. Oh, it smells good. It smells really good in there. You're the expert? How am I the expert? I've never been cucked. What are you talking about? Spoken from a true cuck. Spinach isn't fluffy and hard? It's not supposed to be fluffy and hard. If your spinach is fluffy, then something's going wrong. This is leaves of spinach, like fresh spinach. And then you put it in there and the steam will help it wilt. You put it in sandwiches too? Never had it in sandwiches. One thing I've had it in is in a rotolo. It's very nice. You get like feta cheese and spinach, and it's very nice. It's one of my sister's favorite dishes, actually. Every time we go like to visit for Christmas, like my parents, my mum will make it on like one of the days that we're there. Not like on Christmas Day, obviously, but like if we turn up on like say 21st, 22nd, my mum will like make a rotolo, which is like purely veggie as well. My sister used to be a veggie, but she isn't anymore. She hasn't been for a long time. My sister was a veggie, and then she went to Kavos on holiday when she was like 18, I think. And then while she was there, she had a kebab. She came back, she was like, oh. And I was like, kind of like, do you want to eat meat again? So we went to a restaurant, and she had some chicken. She was like, oh my god, it's so good. And I was like, yeah, see? This is what you've been missing for 10 years. No offense to vegetarians. But meat does taste good, though.
Random leaves from the ground. No, nothing fresh in the UK? What do you mean? Okay, I guess that's true. Pure stocking issues is what the supermarkets tell me for the past 2 years. Yeah, it's just a stocking issue. It'll get filled up soon. My sister was a vegetable. Vegetarian. When we went to Spain, right? When we went to Spain, when she was a vegetarian, so, gosh, how old were we? Like, like 10 to 20, I guess, maybe I was. I don't know. She'd always go to, like, when we order stuff at a restaurant, she's like, oh yeah, like, I can have the salad, but, I'm a vegetarian, so no meat. And they're like, oh yes, 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 yes. And then they bring out, like, a tuna salad. Like, no! It's like, well, they're like, it's not meat, though. And it's like, well, fish is a meat. Isn't that like pescatarian? If you don't eat, like, regular meat, but you eat fish. And then you're a fruitarian if you only eat stuff that's fallen on the ground or something. I don't know, I can't remember. I don't know. Our fridge is absolutely rammed at the moment, and it's mostly beverages. We have Stella, Monster, and Lilt. And milk. And sake. Like, we've got everything. Everything we could need. Everything you could need. How much longer on the air fryer? 6 minutes. Tuna. Is it the dream drink stock? It's good stuff. There was no Lilt in the supermarket today. I was kind of sad. So I'm going to check again. I might go to the shops again on Monday or something. Because I want to do this chili that I've been planning. I need to order some stuff online. Some special peppers. I can't get in the supermarket. Okay, so everything's kind of like, getting to that point now where it's cooked. And it's smelling lovely. Tuna salad. We do need to improve more our own stuff. Yeah, I mean, like, but to be fair, I think a lot of things, Scatman, can't be grown in this country. I do think that is an issue with maybe our what's it called? Like, weather. Pint of Stella, mate. It's actually cans as well. The cans pints. I don't think they. No, they're not. Stella Artois. What monster do you drink? The Strawberry Dreams one? I couldn't find that anywhere. Could not find it anywhere. I'll keep looking. The one I drink at the moment is Mango Loco. I'll probably have one tonight because I have scrims. And I need to be awake. By drinking water, you unhinged man. I do drink... Bro, I drink water like every day. Every day. That's all I drink on stream. I have a coffee, and then it's like, oh, it's water time. You guys like, hydrate, 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 la 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 la. You know? See, now, the other recipe, to go back to actually what we're doing here, the cooking, the other recipe had, like, actual chicken stock in this. And I imagine that makes it a lot more liquidy, but at the same time, you have the extra peppers and stuff like that. But this is kind of like, it's reminding me sort of like the end of a carbonara, you know? It's looking alright. We bring this to the simmer, and then we're going to add the chicken back in. So I use greenhouses. True. My dad grows a lot of his own stuff. My dad has a great... crack and run. We got... Oh, yeah, well, I'm okay. That, the shelf over there, outside the fridge, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 different types of alcohol up there. Which is pretty nice. It's good stuff. Does my mic sound like I'm in space?
Maybe the connection's a bit weird. Don't know. Ow! Did you guys hear that? Ow! My brain hurt. That really hurt. I'm sorry. I can feel my skull is still rattling. Alright, let's get some tongs. I'm going to put the chicken back in. Boom, boom, boom. Oh my gosh, this looks really good. Look at the colors. Look at it. That looks so nice. Tuck it in there. I think it looks really good. Yeah, my dad grows a lot of stuff during the spring and summer. Tomatoes, lettuce, strawberries, peppers, pumpkins, cucumbers, courgettes, potatoes, spring onions. He has like a rosemary bush. He has all sorts. And my mum usually just makes food with all of it. My friend is asking what noodles I'm going to add. I'm not actually going to be adding noodles. So generally with this dish, it's suggested you add rice. But what I'm doing, like you can add rice, mashed potatoes, things like that. I'm actually air frying some baby potatoes that I've done like some seasoning with. And yeah, they are ready in about now. I don't know if you guys could hear the beep. And that was the air fryer just finishing, so perfect timing. Yeah. Yeah, I always joke that with my parents, like, if there was an apocalypse, they'd be fine. Because my mum always has, like, a ton of tins of things, like, ready for any eventuality. But also, my dad grows so much food, and my mum makes food, like, from the vegetables that he grows and the fruit. So all of the, like, fruit that he makes, she's making jam, which lasts quite a long time. And then she's making soup from like to the tomatoes and the carrots and stuff that he grows. And then she freezes it. So they always have like an infinite amount of soup. It's great. Woo. Do they can it? So no, most of the stuff they would just eat. And like during the summers, they just mostly eat salads that my dad's grown, and my mum will like make some stuff, and then my dad will like sort of bring a lettuce from the garden and make up a salad with the carrots and stuff. Okay, let's take a look at these potatoes. Hopefully they are. Oh, they're looking pretty good though. If you guys want to have a look, you're going to go for a little bit of a zoom. Alcohol shelf. Woo! Potatoes. Pretty good. We do a little zoom in. I'm going to pop these here for the moment because they probably need a little bit of time to cool. Bam, bam. Should probably use this one. Oh my god, these smell great. And they're very crispy because they were cooked in an air fryer. Wink, wink. Whoa! That potato tried to jump. It's still alive. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 6. Go. Spoon in there. This very carefully in the bin. The drawer is clean. As always, guys, if you do have any suggestions of recipes, please let me know. Can you have a plate? If you get here really quickly, you can have my roommate's plate. Okay, I think this is good now. Ooh. How am I going to serve this? Honestly. Okay, let me think. I think I use the tongs for the chicken, and then I get the tongs for the chicken, place the chicken in, and then maybe use the ladle to get everything else, get all the good stuff. Sounds like a plan. Give it a go. See, I've never made kimchi. Give me one plate, por favor. Nice suggestion, Jesus. Yeah, kimchi is something I'd like to make. I've not made very many Korean things, actually. Made a handful. Cauliflower schnitzel. That's interesting. I've had schnitzel once when I was in Germany. And it was, pretty sure it was pork. But cauliflower schnitzel, I will look up a recipe. I'm interested. Just yeet it on top. We gotta be very careful with our yeeting, I think. Okay. Okay, look at it. Looks good, and that's not even with the sauce yet, and everything else. Or do I do the other stuff first? I feel like. No. I'm panicking now. Because I'm like, I want it to look nice as well. You know? I want, because I don't know when Cloud is having it. I don't know where he is. I think he's, I think he said he'd be home a little bit later, or he'd be eating a little bit later. So I want people to come home and be like, whoa, that looks sick. You know? On that wow factor. First bite you take is with your eyes, am I right? Am I right? Or something, I don't know. That's what people tell me. Oh no, I'm spilling stuff on the hob. Okay. So we get a scoop of this stuff. And we put it in like this. I think this is the way. This is the way. It takes a little bit longer. Tiny little bit more washing up. But it'll be worth it, I think. Probably turn this off now. Oh my god, I can hear myself. Who needs more sauce? You need a little bit more. You need a little bit more. And then the rest for you. Gonna keep doing this because of the angle of the freaking laptop now. Right, which one for the gram, guys? Which one looks best? You guys even see it very well from now? You can't. Ugh. Yeah, I just want to see. Wait, I'm going to take a look. Maybe this one I think is good. What do you guys think? Scuffed camera is not going to make it look. It's not going to do it justice. But I will upload it to Twitter and YouTube. Post bum on the gram. Cheeks. You going to Alicante? Alicante or Alicante? I used to fly into Alicante all the time. That was where my mum's side lived. Well, they lived in Torrevieja, but we would fly into Alicante. I always remember Alicante having a really low ceiling in the airport. That was like its thing. Ah, motherfucker, that's hot. God damn. Ugh. Okay, I'm real cleaned up as well. What happens when you wash on the go? Just wondering, like, you're gonna need knife and fork for this, but with that sauce, maybe some bread would have been nice with this. No, motherfucker, so fast. Yeah, that's what happens when I burn my fingers on scalding hot water. You want to see inside the chicken? It's cooked, trust. Tastes like kind of shit. Try a regular oven. Looks amazing. Thank you very much, Alex. I'm gonna hook this stuff out of the sink. Plop it in there. Put the toaster back. So that was a fairly simple dish, I would say. Cook the chicken, prep all the veg, and then plop it all together, like, in the right order. Pretty good stuff. Guys, thank you so much for watching. I have, like, 15 minutes. Hi, Jackie! You missed the stream. It's okay. The VOD's there, but I'll also post a picture on Twitter of the finished product. So you can be like, whoa, yeah. Because the chicken order's 5, guys. I will see you guys tomorrow. Tomorrow is we're playing Like a Dragon Ishin tomorrow, which is the going to be the final stream of it. We're going to be trying to complete the story. So I will see you guys then. Again, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Look at the chicken. It is cooked. That's not me saying it's raw, by the way. And yeah, I'll see you guys then. Exclamation mark scheduled if you want to see what I'm doing for the rest of the week. Oh yeah, there'll be Apprentice tonight. Don't forget, for the Apprentice watchers, Apprentice tonight in Discord. See you there. I might be running a little bit late because I do have my official tonight, so it may be just like last week. I'll give a ping when it's time. And yeah, thanks for watching, everyone. Bye.